Going to be talking about the Fidelipac cartridge, also known as cart. You may have heard of these carts. Radio stations used to use these all the time to play their commercials, zingers, sound effects. That some recorded their music on these. You know, they'd put a record on it instead of using turntables to crank out the records. They put the music on the cartridges. Again, we call them carts. This thing was first developed, it was invented like in 1952, and then another fellow, I'll tell you their names, but it probably doesn't matter much, and I won't get them right anyway. But in 1954, a fellow decided to develop it and work toward getting it on the commercial market, but it took all the way to 1959 before these cartridges, also known again as carts, became available commercially, and they were developed and marketed by the Collins Radio Company, which is a manufacturer of broadcast equipment. And this was the very first model. It's called Fidelipac. Later, more cartridge designs came about, and other people made some. And I've got a few of them here. Let me see here. This is the Scotch cart, just the first cart, because here is the Scotch cart 2. So, you know, cart 1.0, cart 2.0. If you want to see a little bit of the difference inside, there's the Fidelipac, and there is the Scotch cart. Quite different as far as the interior workings. They do the same thing. Either one will play inside of a machine. And by the way, the machines that play these and record them are called cart machines. That's what we all refer to them as. Now, the beauty of the cartridge here is that it automatically cues up the material that's on the tape, so it's instantly ready to go. When you hit the button, you're on. And when it finishes playing the audio, there'll be a little bit of space on the tape, and it'll come up and pick up a cue tone and automatically stop. So that way it is ready to go. And the way that the cart plays, you see this hole in the back of it? You have a pinch roller that is in the cart machine that comes up through the hole and presses the tape against the metal rod, which is the capstan, and that cycles the tape through here. The tape is, let me get one that's actually got tape on it so you can see this. The tape is spooled around the hub, and it is drawn out from the center, goes around, and then automatically winds back up. So it's a continuous loop. It's really efficient, works really well. I'll tell you what, I've got a cart. This, believe it or not, was a brand new cartridge, never been used, and it doesn't have any tape on it, because it was very common if you worked at a radio station that you wound your own carts. You put the amount of tape on it that you wanted. For example, let me put my glasses on so I can see. Here we have a AFVN Music Power number 2. So I'll play this and you'll go, oh yeah, it's like, you know, one of them bumper things. So this has 60 seconds worth of tape on it, but this little audio is only 6 seconds long, so no doubt there's quite a few of them on here. Here's one, news sounder, 10 seconds, and so it only plays 10 seconds, and it's 30 seconds worth of tape on this. News compiled is 13 seconds, and this has 40 seconds worth of tape on it. So I'm going to play those in a minute, but before I do that, I'm going to open up this cart so you can see what's in it. Now, I've got a video that I'll edit in, and it shows me rewinding, adding the tape, and the whole bit. But I'll run it really fast because, God, you know, it could take 5-6 minutes to wind tape on one of these things. And plus, there's a machine that you use to do it. Okay, so it has this little bar in there, and that's what the tape, when it comes out of the spool, it goes over that. Here is the spool. This is what you wind tape onto, and once you get the tape wound onto it, then you put it back inside here, but you have a length of tape out. Well, you don't put it in here yet. You have some tape, and you put it in a little trimming device and cut it off, and then you fit this in here, and you move the tape from where it comes out of here around these spools, past the pads on the other side, and that's where it winds up. Now you will notice this spool has a bunch of little notches in it, and again, this is the very first style of cartridge. Later on they sort of did away with that, but what that does is there's a little metal tab right here that when the capstan, the pinch roller, engages, it pushes forward and releases this little notching mechanism, and it stops the little platter from moving, because you do want this when it's running in the cart machine, and then it comes back around and catches that Q tone, and it needs to stop instantly. This helps secure that the tape is stopped in the correct position to restart. So let me reassemble this. Old fumble fingers here. Got to get that in this little hole. There we go. There we go. We are working. I guess I really didn't need to waste your time showing me putting it back together. But now that I got it back together, we'll just move on to something else. I was going to show you. Okay. I think I'll show you up close. Again, there is, it's really not that good. There we go. There's that little metal bar that runs across there, and the tape folds over the top of that, and then goes around, comes back, and winds up. Now, I hope this screwdriver is not magnetic, because if it was magnetic, it would erase whatever is on this tape. Duh. Okay, let me move the camera around, and I'm going to put this into a cartridge machine so you can see it play. Okay, we're going to use this cartridge machine, and here we go. We're going to play AFVN Music Power number 2. AFVN stands for the American Forces Vietnam Network. Probably never heard of it here stateside, but if you've ever been in Vietnam, you heard of AFVN. Okay, let's see. Now we need to, that's cart number 4. We got some volume. Let's give that a listen.
AFVN.
All right, now it's still running, and when it gets to the stop there, it stopped, and it indicates that it has played. So that way, until you actually hit the stop button, it's not going to do nothing's going to work again. Let's try the news sounder. I just love listening to this old stuff. Oh yeah, that's really interesting. Wow, Sputnik is coming to get us. Well, you know how it is when you're listening to the radio and you would have heard that, you would have went, the news is coming. And then we wait for it to stop so it gets automatically queued up. Try another one. News compiled.
NAB news compiled from commercial and military news agencies.
Oh yeah, it brings back memories. Lots of memories. Okay, now that I've shown you how they work and everything, let me show you something that I think's pretty cool. I bought 2 cases of these. These are new old stock carts. Now, they had been opened. You know, I opened them up a long time ago, and that's my tape sticking them back together again. So it isn't like I'm opening up a brand new box. But this is something you don't see every day. Try to tip it up. Lots of them, brand new, never used. Fidelipac. And this is the way they came, 10 to a box. Hey, these got tape on them. Oh, what do we got here? Okay, these have 2.5, it says right here. 2.5 minutes at 7.5 inches per second. That's the normal speed of cartridge machines. 7.5 inches per second. Huh, that's cool. Brand new. There you go. Man, I mean, brand new. Even the little rubber pads in there still look good. They may not be. Oh yeah, they bounce back. Wow. Fidelipac. Cool. And by the way, you're probably aware of this, but in case you aren't, this uses a special tape. It isn't just audio tape. It has to have a special lubrication on the back of the tape that allows it to slip while it's a continuous loop. If you just use regular audio tape, it won't work. It'll bind up real fast. And I just so happen that I also have real audio tape, the real stuff. I mean, new stuff, new old stuff. Let me see, where is that at? Here we go. Here's one box. Broadcast quality lubricated. Q17 605. So you could buy it like that on a 7-inch reel, and the machine that you use to load these cartridges accepts this 7-inch reel. You put it on there and blah blah blah. And I also have come here, baby. I couldn't pass this up. I've had it a long time. This is also, oh, I'm in front of the camera. What the hell? This is also cart lube tape. Man, I feel like a Three Stooges. But I just want to show you. Look at that. I mean, these are called pancakes. There's quite a few of them in the box. I'll never use them. Never, ever. Not that I don't want to use them, it's just that I never will. Because I just like having stuff. In case I ever want to use it. There was also, this is a case of cart tape. And I really liked this tape. I've used some of it. This Scotch audio cart tape, yeah, it's pretty good. Look at that, brand new. God knows how old this is. But the audio tape is good too, so I shouldn't badmouth one or nothing like that. But I hardly ever see the stuff for sale anymore. You know, it used to be you would see some on eBay. And it doesn't end up getting what's known as the sticky tape syndrome. Some of it can shed, but overall it works really good. And what can I say? All right, I'm going to stop. I'm going to put the little video that I made showing me winding a cart so you can see how it's done. I've speeded it up so you don't have to sit there and fall asleep while you watch it. I've got the video ready to drop in showing me winding a cart. One thing about it is I wind the cart and then I drop it into a cartridge machine that spins it really fast to make sure that it's not going to malfunction. And then in this little video, I actually, since it's brand new tape, and when I made that video, I was demonstrating something. So I take the cartridge, put it in a cart machine, and record some music on it. And everything's running really fast. And then I slow it down and actually play the audio off of the cart so you can actually hear that it did work. Not a big deal, but just explaining it so you understand what's going on. And with that, I say goodbye and catch you on the next video. That's cart machine number 4. Number 4 on the console. Volume is there.